Hi friends, welcome. My name is Michelle, if we don't know each other. Welcome to our new short form offering. Just an opportunity to tune in, connect to body and breath, and feel a little better in our bodies. An asana-based practice, but without the whole structure of a yoga class that you might be used to. But we will start with a little stillness, move and warm, and then settle again to integrate all of the movement where we've just been. Today's practice is a short and sweet little session for hips and hamstrings. Yeah, so some opening up to do today. But as always, we'll start in any kind of supported seat that feels good to you. Tune toward breath. Tune toward your body. Do you let your eyes drop closed or down low? That relationship of breath and body. How does breath move within your body, around your body? How can your body support and make space for breath? Not questions to be answered right away, but just to observe. And once you feel settled here, a few breaths together. With your next exhale, let all the air out. And inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, pause. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1, pause. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, pause. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1, pause. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, pause. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1, pause. Full body breath in, fill up. Open mouth, exhale, clear out. Again, full body breath in. Exhale, clear out. And then these next few breaths, allow some movement to happen. Some reaching, stretching, rolling, whatever bubbles up in your body. And we'll come toward a tabletop shape to start with. So however you need to move to get there, find this shape and then move through it. And I'll really encourage you to move through your hips, in like a big circle, side to side. And that'll move through your wrists and shoulders too, bonus. And however you're moving, change direction. And then begin to come back through stillness, through this tabletop shape. Hug in towards center and root through your hands. Lift through the back of your lungs so you feel steady and spacious, ready for breath to move. And then as you're ready, extend your right leg back and really let that be a stretch. Your toes are tucked. Press your heel back. Pull the crown of your head forward. And then keep that length, but take the weight out of your right toes. So kind of find a lift through the center to unweight your right toes. And then begin to move your right foot over to the left, any amount. So it's a little bit of a stretch on the outside of your right hip. Move over to the left. You might peek at your toes. And then move over to the right. Bend your right knee to bring your toes out to the right. Move your toes over to the left as you inhale. Exhale, move your toes to the right. Probably bend your right knee toward your elbow. Inhale, move over to the left. Exhale, move to the right. Bend your right knee and step outside your right hand. Really give some weight to your right foot. Pour your hips down and forward to lift your heart forward. It feels kind of like an upward facing dog and a lunge at the same time. And then as you exhale, draw your hips back to extend your right leg toward a half split shape, Ardha Hanumanasana. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, draw back. And do that at your pace, as if your whole body could breathe. And these shapes are the result of that breath. Once or twice more, depending on how fast you're moving. And the next time you come forward, plant your left hand and reach your right fingers forward and then up toward the ceiling and rotate your right ribs back. Pull your right hip back a little bit, plugging your right thigh bone into the socket. Take a breath in. Peel your right elbow wide and back, sort of lean your heart back. And then inhale, reach your right arm overhead. Face the front, bring your hands back down and pull your hips back one more time, that half split shape. We'll find that little twisty version. Now come forward. Reach your right arm forward and up. Rotate your ribs. Peel your right elbow back toward the back of the mat. Then stay open, but reach your right arm over your ear. Rotate your heart to the floor or toward the floor. Hands to the floor. Draw your hips back. One more like that. Draw forward. Reach your right arm forward and up. Peel your right elbow back. Reach your right arm along your ear. Turn your heart forward, hands to the earth, and then your hips draw back. Draw forward, tuck your toes to lift your back knee, and then step back, downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana, find a full breath in. Breath out, open mouth. Inhale. Exhale. Bend your knees, touch them down to the earth tabletop. Extend your left leg back and let that for a moment be an intentional stretch. So really press your heel back, pull your crown forward. A little softness in your elbows so they're not locked though, yeah? And then keep all this length, but press into the earth more through your hands. Lift through your belly so you could lift your left toes a little bit off the floor. Begin to sweep your left toes over to the right. You can even peek at your toes. And then begin to slide them over to the left. I find it helpful to bend my left knee toward my elbow. Then again, hello pup. Left toes over to the right. Left toes to the left, bend your knee. One more time, left toes over to the right. Left toes to the left, bend your knee and step outside your hand. And let your weight flood into your left foot. Pour your hips forward and down, but broaden across your collarbones. And when you exhale, pull back through your hips to extend your left leg, Ardha Hanuman. Again, move with your breath. Your inhale draws you forward and open. Your exhale draws you back. Or you're moving slower. Yeah, you could find a couple of breaths in each shape. This practice repeats a lot so that you can move at your pace. And when you're ready, when you come forward, you'll plant your right hand, reach your left arm forward. And up, rotate your ribs. Peel your left elbow back toward the mat, or the back of the mat. Extend your left arm along your ear. And then turn forward, hands to the mat, draw your hips back, the half split shape. Yeah, so again, at your pace, you'll reach forward and up, rotate your left ribs, draw your left hip back, peel your left elbow back, crown forward, reach along your ear, and then turn toward the earth, draw back through your hips. Maybe twice more. Let it become a little more fluid, yeah. As it gets more natural. Just a few more breaths. And the next time you draw forward, pause there. Tuck your toes to lift your back knee. Hug through your legs so you feel some buoyancy in your hips, and bring your weight forward to step outside your hands. Yes, your right foot is outside your right hand, your left foot outside your left hand, and we'll come through a malasana squat. And I'm telling you that so that if you want to bring your feet a little bit wider or turn your toes out, you can do that. But for now, it's just this wide-legged, a little wider than usual forward fold. Press through your feet to bring your weight forward, lift halfway, that Ardha Uttanasana, the lengthening of your spine. And then bend your knees, sit your hips back. So that could be, your hips could be even with your knees or maybe lower, Malasana, yeah. And then press through your feet, your hands down, lift your hips, inhale. Exhale, Malasana, bend your knees, settle your hips back. Lift your hands. So again, at your pace and the depth that feels right for you, both in the fold and the Malasana, do what feels good. Or what feels best. Yeah, it doesn't always feel good. But take the struggle out. Leave room for ease within your effort. And the next time you find this forward fold, pause there. Find a full body breath. Open mouth, exhale. One more full breath in. Exhale. Walk your feet in a little bit so they're closer to hips width. Shift your weight right. Step your left toes back. Let your hands be inside your right foot and really lengthen yourself out so it feels almost like a plank pose in this lunge. Yeah. Hug through your legs, lengthen out like we did earlier with a knee on the floor. This is your plank, and then exhale to bend your elbows like chaturanga. So looking forward just slightly. And then pull your heart through like upward facing dog. So your hips might fall a little bit. And then as you exhale, lift your hips, extend your right leg. The back heel is lifted a lot too. Inhale, lunge forward, lengthen your spine. Keep looking forward, bend your elbows. Inhale, pull your heart through. Your hips might drop a little. Exhale, lift your hips, extend your legs. So it's just like a vinyasa, only in a lunge. Inhale, forward. Exhale, bend your elbows. Inhale, pull your heart forward, collarbones wide. Exhale, lift your hips back. So just once or twice more, depending how fast you're moving again. And the next time you come forward, pause there, find that little lift through your hips. And then begin to rotate, walk your hands to the left, turn your toes to the left. Shift your weight left, bend your left leg. Turn toward the back of the mat, your hands still inside your left leg. Find the same sort of plank lunge. Yeah. Get really long in your body. Light at the back of your heart, strong at the back leg, and then bend your elbows. Look forward a little on the floor. Inhale, scoop your heart through. Maybe your hips drop a little. Exhale, lift your hips, extend your legs. Same vinyasa flow in your lunge here. Moving with your breath, or maybe a little slower. Whatever feels best. But the next time you come forward, pause once more. Bring your weight forward, and again, step outside your hands. Sit your hips back, and we're coming all the way to sit on the mat. So do that in whatever way feels best to you. You can just reach forward and sit down. You'll find the floor. Or you can reach back, catch yourself. Any way you need to go back, go back. Roll all the way down onto the earth. Adjust your supports as needed. All the way down onto the earth. Keep your knees bent. Roll your head to the earth. Let your arms go wide like a T or a goalpost shape. And walk your feet just a tiny bit wider than your hips, maybe to mat width. And let your feet sort of stay in that little footprint. But roll your knees over to the right. And instead of pressing your left knee straight down toward the floor, imagine sort of lengthening your left thigh so that your left knee is drawing away from your left shoulder. Full body breath here. When you inhale, keep your feet in the same footprints, but lift your knees. And when you exhale, bring them over to the left. And again, instead of pressing your right knee to the floor, extend it down away from your right shoulder. And breathe. Find that a couple of times with breath. Just make sure there's a nice exhale when you land your knees toward the floor. Pausing there a moment. And when you're ready, come back through center, both knees lift toward the ceiling, both feet plant. Keep your left foot planted, but hug your right thigh toward your chest and then catch hold of it with your right hand. You could make some little circles here if that feels good. Or just draw your right knee a little more to the side toward your right shoulder. Yeah, so again, could make circles or don't if that doesn't feel good. Then hold on behind your right thigh with both hands and begin to extend your right heel up toward the ceiling. So you don't have to extend your leg all the way, but see what happens. And then either stay here or walk your hands toward your ankle any amount. And you could also, I always like to just why not give yourself a little massage along your leg? Give yourself some love here. Why not? Either way, soften your shoulders and your neck. Just here, another 2 breaths. And then re-bend your right knee and reach for either the outside of your right foot, like a happy baby shape, or maybe you're holding onto your ankle or holding onto your right thigh. Either way, you're hugging your right thigh toward the outside of your right ribs and toward your right shoulder. And you can stay there, or you can extend your left leg long. That half of a happy baby shape. And when you're ready, again with your left leg extended or not, release the hug of your right thigh and begin to twist over to the left. Again, your right hip, your right knee are moving away from your right shoulder. And come back through center. Replant both feet. Just to take a breath to reset. Reconnect mind, body, and breath. Then you'll draw your left knee in toward your chest. Either make some little circles or just hug your left knee toward your left shoulder. And you'll hold on behind your left thigh and begin to extend your left leg a little or a lot. Again, it doesn't have to extend all the way. Just extend until you feel some sensation, some stretch across the back of your left leg. And you can stay, you can massage, you can just walk your hands toward your ankle. Could also move your left foot around and see what that does for the sensation, or how things adjust. But again, stay easeful in your shoulders, your neck, your face. When you're ready, you'll rebend your left knee. Reach for the outside of your left foot, or hold on to your ankle or your thigh. That's this happy baby shape with your left leg. Stay with your right knee bent or extend it long. Either way, let this shape be easeful. Yeah, if there's struggle in it, you went too far. So let it soften toward the earth. And then when you're ready, release that effort and bring your right knee over to the left, drawing your left hip away from your left shoulder, your left knee away from your left shoulder, to twist. Hug back through center, both knees toward your chest, or your knees wide toward a happy baby shape. Really, we're just finding one last symmetrical shape before stillness. You could be here, or you could send both heels up toward the ceiling or overhead on the floor. But we move toward stillness. Maybe you extend your legs toward Shavasana. Maybe your feet together and your knees wide, Supta Baddha Konasana. Maybe you're in a tall seat, a supported seat. But where you are, tune in again to notice breath. To notice that you're supported. That you're connected and spacious. Be with yourself a moment here. Feel free to stay as you are. As I offer to you or with you the sound of Om, an offering that honors all that came before us, our ancestors in these practices and in life. A sound that honors all that comes next, what we carry forward into the day. And that honors where we are right now together. Offer the sound of Om to you, or you might join in. First a breath in and out. Toward Om, a breath in. From this place at the center where we're connected, I bow to you with love and gratitude as always. Thank you for being here, trying out this new practice. If you've got questions or feedback or requests, I love hearing from you. If you just want to say hi, that's cool too. Be well. I'll see you soon.